Hello and welcome to News Cycle here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, free to air, and Nicomsat and StarTimes channel 276. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP) has called on President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, to slash the extravagant budget allocations for the presidency and National Assembly. SERAP insists that these figures reflect unnecessary spending that could be redirected to address Nigeria's growing budget deficit and improve public services. The budget presented by President Bola Tinubu and the Senate passed the 49.7 trillion restoration budget for a second reading on Thursday after various deliberations. Our legal framework for the regulation of corporate social responsibility practice in Nigeria is underway following the submission of report by the House of Representatives Committee on Corporate Social Responsibility chaired by Professor Lilian Orobo. The report followed the reading of the Bill for an Act to regulate corporate social responsibility and related matters. The bill seeks, among others, to establish the Department of Corporate Social Responsibility within the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, with offices in all the states of the Federation. Now, the federal government has allocated over 6 billion naira for the renovation and rehabilitation of the residential quarters of President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and some other aides in the 2025 budget proposal. Now, the former Minister of Defense and Interior Affairs General Godwin Ozagie is dead. Abel was also a former military governor of Akwa Ibom State between July 31st, 1988 and September 5th, 1990, and Rivers State between August 1990 and January 1992. Died in Abuja on Saturday after a protracted illness. Edo State Senator Monday Babalo has mourned the passing of the late general, who he described as a legendary son of the state. Akpabio, in a statement made available to newsmen in Benin City by his Chief Press Secretary Freddy Tua, said as a revered military officer, administrator and statesman, General Abe's life was a testament to discipline, dedication, and service to the nation. Around barely 3 days to Christmas and New Year celebrations, many Christians living in the northern part of the country have expressed fear of terror attacks in states plagued by violence and terrorism. Now, the situation had dampened the festive spirit of some northerners, forcing many families to reconsider their plans for the season. Multiple bomb explosions had killed 3 persons, including a child in Basa community of Shiro local government area of Niger State last Thursday. As Nigerians prepare to celebrate Christmas on Wednesday, the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and workers across the country have appealed to state governors to clear minimum wage arrears, salary differentials, and pay 13 months' salary. The union leaders made the appeal in the light of the severe economic hardship and soaring costs of foodstuff, which has placed an unbearable strain on the masses. They noted that settled these financial obligations will go a long way in easing the burden on employees during the festive season. The Nigeria Police Force has dismissed allegations of extrajudicial killings made by Amnesty International in its report describing the claims as false, misleading, and damaging to the image of the force. The report dated November 28, 2024, accused the police of extrajudicial killings during the End Bad Governance protests, claiming that at least 24 people were killed in 6 northern states. The report has been refuted by the police, who asserted that their findings contradict Amnesty International's allegations. And now the People's Democratic Party's North Central Zonal Caucus has tasked Plateau State Governor Caleb Mofang to secure the support of PDP governors to help bring the party's national chairmanship to the zone. A member of the caucus and the immediate past National Publicity Secretary of the party, Kola Olaboniya, told newsmen that the zone would wait for feedback before making any nominations for the February National Executive Committee meeting. He also revealed that the recent Zonal Caucus meeting held at Ibro Hotel in Lokoja, Kogi State, reviewed all PDP-related issues affecting the North Central Zone. Around the Plateau State Governor, Farmers and the Senate President David Mark and Senator Bobaka Bukola Saraki, along with other North Central leaders, urged fellow leaders and geopolitical zones to restore the party's chairmanship to their zone. The federal government has earmarked a total of 960 billion naira for the maintenance of the country's defense aircrafts and the purchase of security equipment across various sectors in the 2025 fiscal year. The agencies procuring this equipment include the Office of the National Security Advisor, Department of State Services, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Police Force, and Nigerian Immigration Service, among others. Although not explicitly stated that the proposed 2025 budget, the allocation of these amounts could be linked to the government's commitment to bolstering national security amid the persistent challenges such as insurgency, banditry, and cyber threats. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a businessman identified as a just got back returnee for attempting to smuggle cocaine into the country. Femi Babafemi, the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, shared videos of the seized contraband on X.com. The suspect, who had just returned from a foreign trip, initially raised suspicion due to his nervous demeanor. The agency's officials subjected him to a routine screening, during which wraps of cocaine began to fall from his body. Now, the All Progressive Congress in Imo State has welcomed a wave of the campaigns from all the political parties during a ceremony held at the party's secretariat in Owerri, the state capital. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe was there and now has a report.
Speaking at the event, Governor Hope Uzodinma expressed delight over the new members, describing their defeat as a testament to the growing strength and acceptance of the ruling party in the state.
It is a very positive development for our party. Of course, we are indeed very happy that we are being vindicated, and performance also, according to what they said, has encouraged them to take this bold decision. In Imo State, we are particularly very happy because the major political players are now coming into our party and is clearly becoming a one-party state.
The chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC in Imo State, McDonald Ebere, reassured the campees that their decision to join the party was the right one, promising that they would not regret their choice.
On behalf of the leader of our party, the governor, I'm most humbly and most respectfully assuring you people that coming into our party today was the best decision you have made. You will not regret coming into our party. So I want you to bring everything you have on the table to support the government.
Responding on behalf of the campees, Chuman Naji thanked the APC leadership for the warm reception and pledged to contribute positively to the party's growth and success.
Every one of us that are here, we are convinced that we are in the right place and that we are here to add value. We are here to make our impact. So I want to thank you, Mr. Governor, for admitting us and for making sure that you devote this day for us to join you in the growing of the party.
The event was attended by key APC chieftains, with the formal reception of the campees being the highlights of the ceremony.
I hereby admit you into our great party the All Progressive Congress. In the name of God the Father, Amen. God the Son, Amen. And God the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the news cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When news cycle returns, Speaker Abbas says Nigeria's revenue base must be strengthened. We'll bring details of these as well as foreign and sports stories coming right after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to News Cycle and now to business. Nigeria's headline inflation rates may drop by 25 basis points to 34.5% in December 2024. A report by the Afrinvest Research indicates that this moderation is attributed to the high base year impact on the food inflation sub-basket and the further recovery in the exchange rates, with the naira expected to strengthen to below 1,600 naira to $1 levels. And the National Bureau of Statistics had earlier reported that the headline inflation rate for November increased by 70 basis points to 34.6% year-on-year, marking the highest rate in over 2 decades. On a month-to-month basis, the rate remained unchanged at 2.6%, bringing the year-to-date average monthly inflation to 2.5%. Speaker of the House of Representatives Abbas Tajuddin has emphasized the critical need for Nigeria to expand its revenue base to meet the aspirations of citizens. Speaking at the stakeholders' engagement on the House's activities for 2024, he highlighted that increasing revenue is essential for expanding the country's infrastructure. Tajuddin also introduced a new initiative to increase the transparency and communication between the House and the people, announcing that the Parliament will hold stakeholders' engagement with Nigerians twice annually. Now, less than a month after the Port Harcourt Refinery Company appeared to have resumed to production, the facility has stopped working. According to report, it was observed that the lifting of premium motor spirit, also called petrol, had stopped since December 13, as the 18-arm loading barrel of the new Port Harcourt Refinery was empty. And while about 18 trucks littered the stretch of the Basie Road leading to the refinery itself, 9 trucks were spotted inside the parking vault while the loading barrel was empty. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says that the 16,000 barrels per day old Port Harcourt refinery remains fully operational. And this is coming from the Chief Corporate Communications Officer in a statement, denied the information about the refinery not functioning, adding that loading is ongoing. And on to the foreign scene. The federal government has firmly denied any plans to destabilize the Republic of Niger, as well as claims of French military troops stationed in the northern Nigeria to prepare for destabilizing the Nigerian government. This is coming in a statement issued by the acting spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimibi Ebianafar, and the government dismissed allegations as baseless and called for them to be entirely disregarded. The refutation follows claims circulating in the Niger Republic that Nigeria, along with other foreign nations, had supported a terrorist group involved in the December 13, 2024 attack on the Niger-Benin oil pipeline in the Gaya area of Niger. Now, the International Monetary Fund has approved a $1.1 billion disbursement to Ukraine as part of a 4-year loan program aimed at providing the budgetary support. This decision comes amid the continued Russian aggression and follows the IMF recent review of the program, which has an overall value of $15.5 billion. In a statement, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva acknowledged the severe economic and social impact of the conflict in Ukraine, praising the country's authorities for maintaining macroeconomic stability through skilled policymaking and external assistance. The Pakistani Taliban have claimed a brazen overnight raid on an army outpost near the border with Afghanistan, which intelligence officials said that killed 16 soldiers and critically wounded 5 more. The siege started after midnight and lasted about 2 hours, and the more munitions outbursts from the three sides. Our intelligence officials who spoke to journalists on conditions of anonymity said that 16 soldiers were killed and 5 were critically injured in the assault. Now, away from that, Sassoon's Old State Premier Arena has said that a car ramming attack on the German Christmas market killed 5 people and wounded more than 200. Chancellor Olav, who was with him to pay respect in the eastern city of the Magdeburg, voiced concern for some 40 critically injured people and condemned the terrible catastrophe. He pledged that Germany will respond with the full force of the law over the terrible attack that injured and killed so many people close to the anniversary of a deadly 2016 jihadist attack on the Berlin Christmas market. And now to sport news. Football fans can look forward to an action-packed day as the Premier League unveils a thrilling lineup of the fixtures on Sunday, December 22nd. The day kicks off with 4 matches scheduled at the Goodison Park. Everton will host Chelsea in what promises to be an intense encounter as both teams aim to secure a crucial point. Depending on the result of Liverpool's later in the day, Chelsea could move to the top of the league with a victory. Meanwhile, Fulham will take on Southampton at the Craven Cottage, with both sides eager to climb higher up the league table. Our Italian side, Atalanta, have rejected Liverpool's approach for Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman ahead of the January transfer window. Ladi are reportedly unwilling to part ways with the newly crowned African Footballer of the Year, who has scored 11 goals and provided 5 assists in 19 appearances across competition this season. The 27-year-old, currently valued at £55 million, has been instrumental in Atalanta's impressive run of 10 consecutive Serie A victories, which has placed them at the summit of the league table. And that's a package, a news cycle coming to you live from the nation's capital. You can follow at Global TV NG for more updates on the news and watch us on DSTV channel 365, free to air, and Nicomsat and StarTimes channel 276. On behalf of the entire production team, myself, Remy, thank you for joining us on News Cycle. See you again.